Uh, this is June 4th, 2018. It's Mary's birthday today, so wishing her a happy
Oh,
birthday. She's 89, and next year her daughter Sharon says we're going to have a big hoopla when she's 90. So you may get an invite. Just telling you, just saying.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, well, we have Connie and Liebert and Roseanne and Lawrence and Linda and Marie. So very good to have you folks. I got a note from several people that they have other things that are going on and couldn't join us today. So we're glad that you guys could be here. I have a ton of things to discuss. So with your permission, I'm going to go ahead and do our share screen. Uh, Maybe I should. Do y'all want to talk some more first? I can wait just a
no,
minute.
go on. That's,
Go ahead.
Okay.
we're waiting with breathless anticipation.
Oh yeah.
We knew
Well,
we had to do some catching up. Now we've been away for a while.
I hear you. Well, and I imagine that many of you have already seen or done a lot of these different things, but I just wanted to
Yeah,
bring them to your attention. I don't think we're sharing. Are we sharing? Are you seeing my screen?
yeah, we're
Yes.
Yeah.
seeing.
Okay, so we're on the member center. Can y'all see
Yep,
that?
you're doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, well, the first thing I wanted to talk about, I've got a long list here, so I'm just going to go to the new tools and we're going to start right there. I've gotten where I spend more time looking at those lately because it just seems like there's so many good things there to see. So um,
There's
they're
new
just
things
packing it
coming
in
on all the time
all the
too.
time. That's right, Liebert. Thank you for that. That's good. Okay, so on this page, just wanted to real briefly mention to you about the performance sports offer. Can anybody tell me what that is this month? Sports nutrition.
Yeah.
Everything is
Everything is. I forget
fif-
what the
yeah,
percentage are.
15% off.
Is that because they're coming up with a new sports drink? You think? Or
I think that might be the
I think
emphasis
that's
this
happening.
month. They just did all the new sports stuff,
Yeah,
So,
right.
but one interesting thing that happened with me, uh, we told a lady about this, hoping she would tell her son, who has recently been drafted by the Los Angeles Chargers, but she still has a son at home playing high school football too, and so now if she decides to go ahead with this, then we can offer her the join free as well as the savings on the sports nutrition. So that's really a pretty cool deal, don't y'all think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
just be sure that as you tell your folks that they know that it's online only. I had somebody very disappointed who tried to call in the order and didn't get the percent. So just so that y'all will know. And then going on down, you see there's all kinds of no join fee posts that you can put on your Facebook or wherever. Or I don't even know, maybe you could copy them into an email and send them out if you don't do Facebook. But they've got really nice things available to us. And then my favorite of all, our summer peach life energizing shake is back again. So I'm very excited about that. I was going to get us the code number on that, and when I looked at this, it didn't give us the item number. Does anybody happen to know it offhand?
Mm.
Not me.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, okay. And so then they have things, of course, for the sports nutrition. And then I wasn't sure if y'all had noticed, but I believe that these are relatively new things in Shaklee U. Moving up in ranks in the dream plan, how to build your customer base, and how to share the Shaklee income opportunity. I went through the one on build your customer base, and it was good and had some things I thought were very helpful there. And it also had some scripts and ideas for how to start conversations and so forth. And I think that from what I have seen, and maybe folks like Connie, you've been in business a long time, and Roseanne, y'all could tell me what you think, but I think that that is a skill that can be learned, where you learn how to listen carefully to what they're saying, and you find a way to be able to talk about Shaklee as connected with that. I know Liebert's done this with us several
Oh yeah.
times on different things, and I thought they had some really excellent ideas. And as we start to practice that more, I think it'll get a little bit easier for us so we can come up with those things. Okay.
Those are just kind of things that you can learn to do it that way, but you will develop your own way of doing it
Yes, that's
as you do
right.
it.
That's
And then
right.
your percentage is going to go up.
Yes, but you sure have to practice it, though.
Yeah,
It doesn't just
that's right.
fall out there. Okay, now before I leave this page, I just wanted to remind you, we talked last time about our hotline being up here, and you could access it there. When I was listening to the hotline, I wanted to just bring something to your attention. I think y'all probably already have figured this out, but they have things in the hotline that go with the emphasis. So we have the science talk about sports nutrition here, and Elisa Anderson, who's an athlete, and also information about the performance. And I have not listened. I didn't get that far yet, so I'm not sure if what all they talk about there. But I'm sure those would be great. And I wanted to make you guys aware that down below there, they have each one of these segments separated. So if you just wanted to send the one about sports talk or Elisa Anderson's profile or just performance, you can share that. You can repost it, and on the more, you can move it around on your playlist or whatever. So I just wanted you to be aware that you can listen to these anywhere. You don't have to have a CD or computer. You can listen on your phone if you want to. So just wanted you to be aware of those things. Okay. Oh, and let's see there. Yeah. Let me go back to tools a second, because maybe did I go past that or talk about it? Where was that? Y'all be patient just a second. I just want to be sure that you knew about how to share the income opportunity. Okay. I'm going to follow up with that one right now and go over here and talk to you about the Shaklee Effect Facebook group. I do hope that every single one of you are already following this group. If you aren't, I can't encourage you enough to be doing that, because this is kind of where Shaklee keeps us informed of the day-to-day things, and there's really a lot of good stuff here. And I wanted to welcome Tina too. She's joined us. Okay, the first thing here that's just been posted half an hour ago, this is really, really important. There is a new opportunity presentation, and Kathy Keating says it's a legally approved work in progress. When we had our meeting with James the first Saturday in May, he had gotten a preview copy of that, and we used some of that in our presentation. And we really liked some of the different slides especially well. And since she just posted this, I haven't even had a chance to open it yet. But I hope you'll look at it, because it's really, they've got some really good things. Linda said last night that she showed it to Mike and he liked it. And I just think some of the things they have done with it make it less preachy and more engaging. Do you think, Linda, is that the right word? Anyway, it seemed like it. It's more engaging and enjoyable to do, easier to talk about. Okay, that's one thing. I don't know if y'all are taking notes. I've got lots of stuff today. This is the next one. This is on the very same page here, and that is, I guess we're going to start having opportunity presentations on Monday night. And the first one's going to be Charlene Fike, who's our Presidential Master Coordinator, and she's going to be doing it tonight. And it's at 5 Pacific, so that's 7 Central. And so I just wanted to encourage you to listen to this. I think Linda told me that, I don't know, I think it was last year, but the year before, they used to do these every week. And she would listen to those every week, and it helped her to gain confidence in presenting. When you've heard it over and over, it's kind of patterns in your mind, and it's easier to talk about. You don't feel so tied to the words they give. You've got it, what do you call it? It's part of you. So I really hope you'll be on the call tonight at 7. It seems like they usually do record those, so if you miss it, that'd be good. You can watch it later, but I hope that you will watch it. Let's see, and then they've just really put a lot of different good things on here. And here's Kevin Crandall with a live video from, I guess there's going to be a Love Your Life there in Arizona he's talking about. And here's one that talks about this will be the June action plan that was on the tools site that I forgot to mention, but it has a little summary of everything on that video we've seen before. And here's talking about the new modules and so forth. So they're really trying to help us, guys, to make things easy to find, easy to know. the new mobile app for the conference is live, so you can download that on your phone and have that ready. I've already gotten my first message from somebody, so that's pretty cool. I was pretty surprised about that. So, okay, so I won't go any further on that, but the Shaklee Effect is a very, very good place. If you don't do anything else on Facebook, if you keep up with that, you'll find a lot of really good stuff. And over here on the side, can y'all still see my cursor moving around?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, where it says files, if they have attachments or things that they want you to see, they sometimes are listed right there, so you can click on that. And it's a much easier way than trying to scroll through all the little posts to find something. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay.
Question.
Listening?
Please. To get the call tonight at 7 o'clock, do we go through the Facebook location?
It looked to me like you would. Let me see what that is here. It says zoom in and join us. See below for details.
Well, I can poke around, but I just thought maybe you knew.
Yes, it says click
That's a
the
good
link
question.
above to join today. So that's what Kathy Keating says. Do that a couple of minutes before we start, which would be 7 o'clock our time.
Okay, thanks.
Now here's somebody, I think she made a good comment here. She said it would be great to have these recorded and posted in Shaklee TV under the Opportunity tab.
Yeah.
Would love to send a clip to someone. This is an area I feel has been missing in our Shaklee TV area. Thanks for doing this. So isn't that great?
It really is. Yeah.
If they will do that, that will help us. You know, when you're trying to train a new person, you need all the tools you can get. So that will be good. Now, Charlene Fike helped to develop the napkin presentation that has been used, and I wanted to go now to YouTube. James, our upline, has recorded 4 or 5 little parts to the napkin presentation. It's very short. I think Linda said the total is only like 20 minutes altogether, maybe even less than that. But it's on YouTube, and you can watch each one or watch them separately or whatever. So this goes through the part about Dr. Shaklee and how, you know, what our philosophy is, how come we're different from other companies and so forth. And I wasn't sure that you knew that it was there. TWI is together.
When you go to youtube.com and then what's my next thing? You go to TWJ or?
L, it's an L. I didn't realize
L.
TWL. Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure how to do that.
There we go. Okay, Together We Lead. Okay, you see it right here?
Yeah.
Great,
Okay.
thank
So
you.
now we're going to click on Together We Lead.
All right, there we go. That's
Oh, but
the
it says
missing.
it doesn't have any content, so
I beg your pardon.
it's not good. Okay. Well, I will send y'all an email after the meeting, and I'll just put that link in there. I don't know why it's not there, but anyway, I will do that, and it will come out to you shortly.
Okay.
We don't want that, do we? Let's see. Where did I guess it must have already left us. I got it out of the Facebook. That's where I started it. There's a group called Together We Lead that some of us are members of. So anyway, okay, so now I'm going to unshare if I can find a way to do that. And does anybody have any questions about all the things we talked about, or would anybody like to tell us about something that they've done? I've still got a few more things to say, but I'd like to shut up and let y'all talk a minute if anybody has anything you want to share.
Well, I've learned a bunch already
Oh, good.
about that. Yeah.
Great.
You know, maybe scared is not the right thing, but about Facebook. It looks like somebody's gathering way too much about everybody, you know, and so I'm kind of reluctant to use it, but I know Shaklee was doing some things with it, but you've encouraged me to get back and look at it again.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Liebert. If you don't put a lot of personal stuff on there, then they don't have that information they can share with anybody.
Well,
so, you know, people that tell every place they're going, everything they're doing, they list all their phone numbers and their addresses. And all.
yeah. Oh,
if
yeah.
you do that, then you're living.
They
yourself.
tell all their business about it,
Yeah.
and then they some way get the idea that, oh, they know me too.
Yeah.
Then they'll give a whole list of these people that I'm not trying to scare anybody off on, but I think that's just information age we're on. But
Well, yeah, you didn't want to use common sense.
but
Yeah. And Liebert, you can go back, you can go on Facebook. I did this not long ago, and on your personal account, you can really customize your settings to where, you know, you're only sharing your information with the people that you want to see it, and nobody.
Yeah, and that's really important. I think personally, I think everybody should do that because you can just get yourself into trouble.
I keep getting on my iPhone where it says to me, you know, somebody knows all these 8 people, and do you know? You know.
Well, they're just trying to hook you up with more people. So
yeah,
you can just ignore that. You don't have to do anything with it, but they pay attention to our connections, and they look at your address book and stuff. So you just want to be careful what you put.
That's right.
Well, they do have too much information about us, and I know every time I shop for one thing, the next time I open my phone, I'll have all these messages about that item, and that's scary.
I noticed that too.
Does the author named Orwell ring a bell with anybody here?
Yeah. It does.
Is your TV watching you yet?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, I got a few more things to say.
Okay.
First, I wanted to tell everybody, y'all, I think almost all of y'all were mentioned. So you met Melanie and Charles Sullivan from Louisiana. And Charles had gallbladder surgery yesterday.
Oh.
He's doing better today. The sad thing is that they scheduled his surgery. She took him to the emergency room Saturday, and the surgery was Sunday morning. And her sister had her 50th wedding anniversary Sunday at noon, and Melanie had been one of the ones that helped plan for it, but she didn't get to go, obviously, because she was with Charles. So I thought that was kind of sad, but I was really happy that he's doing well now. So that was good.
And I talked with her this morning, and he is doing well. I felt bad for her too, because she really wanted to be there for that.
Yeah, it's really sad when something like that happens. But okay, and then I wanted to remind y'all that Wednesday, now 2 days from today, will be the monthly Shaklee big call with all the good stuff. So you want to just be sure that you're paying attention to your calendar for that. And I'm sorry Ann's not with us today. She couldn't come, but I wanted to thank her publicly and thank her again because she keeps posting the Dr. Browse coffee talks each week in our team page on Facebook, and those are really, really good. I hope you've had a chance to watch some of them and maybe share them with somebody that might be interested in something, because that's just it's excellent, and it's short. It's really short, so people don't have to feel like they're involved.
Get on that from Facebook to TWL?
No, on this one, that's our team group, Shaklee Snyder team. Oh goodness, what's it called, guys?
Snyder Shaklee team.
Thank you. Okay.
What is it, Snyder?
Shaklee team. It's not very fancy, is it? I'm gonna go over here and look, but yeah, Snyder Shaklee team. Yeah. So
okay.
I get on it all the time, so I know what it is.
Thank you, Marie. I appreciate it. I do too, but I have a link, and so I don't pay any attention to it. So, okay. Then I wanted to also remind you about the big challenge that Shaklee has put out for us. When they put it out, it was 100 days to convention. They want us to share Shaklee with 100 people, I think it is. So hope you'll read about that and see what you can do to help your business grow. I've talked to several people that had, shall we say, less than happy results for May. So I'm really hoping June will perk up. I've got some people who buy one thing once in a while from me at retail, and so I'm going to use that. Some of those came to mind after we did the Join Free in January, and I'm going to try to use that this month to get them, in as members. So I hope you'll be thinking about that too. It's an opportunity there. Okay, anybody else have something you wish to share? My throat's sore from talking so much.
You're doing good, Phyllis.
Okay, thank you.
Keep it coming.
Okay. Well, we just have so much to help us. The only thing that we really need to do now is to pick up the phone and call people. And Phyllis is talking to Phyllis. So
I'm sure I've told you over and over again. Of course, I'm the oldest person here, I'm sure. But
barely.
I tell people about the olden days. our problem here is trying to take all this information and pick out what we can use and how to use it.
Right.
In the old days, if we had a scratchy old cassette tape that's been used over and over again, if we could get a hold of one of those, we thought we'd found a gold mine.
You were real happy, weren't you, Liebert?
I mean, this is just so amazing to me.
It is, and I know Mary's told me many times about the training she's had, and she had to put it all together herself because there was nothing else to use.
There was nobody in this whole area, and the nearest we could get is our master coordinator. They had a friend over in Dallas that they would come and hold a meeting for them, and we'd all invite ourselves.
Yeah, I hear you.
Get that and see if we were just clinging on any kind of information we could get.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for the internet.
We thought up a lot of stuff. We did, and TLC or TIP programs and all that.
Y'all had good success.
It was always there was a lot of different people who created things that would help them share Shaklee, but it was always the simplest one that really caught on with people. That was true of my mother. I think was Boyd who created just a little simple flyer, and my mother looked at that over and over and over, and that's when she became a director, because she figured out she could do that. So I think that's the hard part, is always trying to remember to keep it simple.
Well, that's why I was saying that newsprint flip chart that we use, I mean, it's something you see, and somebody else has written that thing out, and if they can do it, then I can do it.
Yeah.
And it's something we could understand. So I really believe it would be neat if they had a part on this somewhere just for simple folks or something, I don't know, that just had that so people could go just get the simplicity of it all.
Well, I think that napkin presentation that when you get to look at that on YouTube, that is really, it's simple, and it's something that I think most of us already have internalized, and it's a neat way to present it. That's very simple, and like you said, Connie, it's duplicatable. Anybody can do that, and it's great. I don't know how many of you have gotten the newsletter that we sent. It should come today if you didn't already get it. But the story in there about Peggy is the wife of Linda Omart's brother. And that's a really excellent story. And I decided that I'm going to start putting stories in my newsletter every time. So if you get an email from me asking me for one of your good stories, if you'd share with me, I'd really appreciate it, because I think stories are more important than facts a lot of times. People can see themselves in it, and so I think I'm going to start doing that. So
I think that's a great idea, Phyllis, and I agree that stories are what move people. They relate to that.
Well, you can see yourself in the story. You can see yourself.
When we were starting out, we were looking at this. Of course, there are really smart people that have been very successful in this business. We know that. But we used to have the little magazine that came out, that's way before computers and everything. But we'd look at the pictures and of the people that had earned cars or trips or become sales leaders. And we would look at those things and say, those are just regular people. And they don't look any smarter than us. Maybe they're better looking, but whatever. But we can do that. And I think that's so important, as you're saying, Phyllis. If it's something they can see and they can relate, to say, those are just normal people. And they were able to do it, so I can do it.
Yes. And I think that's really important, because people just have to believe they can do it or they won't try, so. That's super. Okay, guys, our time is up. Unless anybody else has anything they're dying to share, we'll say adieu.
It's good, Phyllis. You give us a lot of information in a short time.
Oh, thank you. And you're welcome. When you get your little link for the blog, a lot of times I'll list some things there. If you forget or you want to look them up, it'll help you there. So
I'm going to take another look at Facebook. Okay.
I'm proud of you, Liebert. I really am. I'm proud of you. Y'all have a wonderful week, and don't forget tonight and Wednesday to be on the links so you can listen to the good stuff coming out.
Great. Thank you, Phyllis.
Appreciate you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Phyllis.
Bye-bye, Phyllis.
Bye-bye.